Hello and welcome to Frank's School. 142nd day. I'm trying to teach you to love German grammar. This is my 5th day of going at it. Now what I've done here is I've written the first sentence out of the Froschkönig, the Frog King. Here's a book that the Hawklings, Thomas and Shirley, sent me as a gift. It's the fairy tales of the Grimm brothers. And I intend to take it with me when I go to Europe. It'll give me something to read. And the very first one, the Froschkönig, this is the one that you can hear myself reading it elsewhere under Loving German, in the playlist Loving German, or better yet, Shirley reading it, who pronounces it correctly. Anyway, the opening sentence, I'm going to use that for until I've run out as a corpus to study grammar. What's going on in the grammar of this sentence? And after I'm done with that one, I'll go on to the next sentence. I think that's going to be my approach to grammar, I guess. And I've started already. I mean, I pointed out the word the, where it shows up in here. But now I want to, well, first of all, I want to correct something from yesterday. Sein versus sein. Well, sein can mean his, but sein can also mean yours, if I'm being formal. I got a little mixed up with what I was pointing at there. The word ihr is also a bit complicated, but anyway, I'll just say that. We'll say that for later. But I had made a mistake there. Now, why I first thought about using this sentence was because of the word in den alten Zeiten. In the old times. Well, there's a word that's the same in German as it is in English, in. But when you look at the grammar of this, why is it den? Well, it's because Zeit is feminine. Well, I guess that wouldn't matter here, but it's plural. And so it's the dative case. This is plural dative, in the old times, in den alten Zeiten. Well, but that indicates dative case. But then when you get to the end of the sentence, it's saying that the sun wandered so often as she, the sun, to her, in the face shone. Ins Gesicht. In das Gesicht. That's a contraction. Well, das Gesicht is neuter, apparently, because das Gesicht, it's going to be neuter. But why isn't it im Gesicht, if this is the dative case? I mean, if you had that chart, which I don't think you should carry that around in your mind. Rather, I think you should memorize this sentence, and then you'll have a base of figuring, well, why is this happening? Well, it's because here, in is taking the accusative case, in das Gesicht, because the shining is into the face. It's like in English, we've got the word in and into. You swim in a pool, but you dive into a pool. But, we don't have case endings. But that's going on here. So your first preposition, for my purposes, for grammar, is going to be the preposition in German. But sometimes it takes the dative case. Sometimes it takes the accusative case. And I'll come back, as you'll see other things a little bit like that. Now, while I'm at it, I wanted to show you some things about the verbs that we encounter here. In den alten Zeiten, well, the word wo, I think maybe we need a comma there. I'm not sure. Yeah, we need a comma. In German, I'm careless about that. Well, this French knuckle. Yeah, German uses commas, I dare say, more often than English does. And I need to learn to do that to write better German. Well, wo means where. Where are you? Wo bist du? Where are you? But it can also mean when. And in this case, it means when. In the old times, when wishing. Now here's the verb, wünschen, to wish. But it's being used as a noun, which is the reason I've capitalized it. I think I said that already. That's called a gerund in English. When wishing still had helped. All right, geholfen. Well, that's the verb to help. And to help is helfen. But if you say he helps, it's hilft. That's called mutation. Now in English it doesn't mutate. The verb help doesn't mutate. To help, he helps. Yesterday he helped. I have helped. It just changes its ending. It doesn't mutate. But in German it mutates. So to help, he helps is hilft. Yesterday, gestern, half, he helped. You see, it's mutating. And he has geholfen. He has helped. This is the past participle. This is the past. This is the past participle. This is the present tense. And these are both second person singular. So you have to learn that. Helfen, hilft, half, geholfen. And you know, I think, wow, why does it do that? And English is just help, just change the endings. Well, when we get to the word lebte, this is what's called a weak, in German they call it a weak verb. We would call it a regular verb because it's predictable. Leben is the verb to live. You get it into the past tense, you put a te on the end. Now the past participle may be different, I'm not sure. But anyway, that's regular. That you could predict. Das Tischchen waren alle schön. I'm going to skip the verb to be for the moment. His daughters were all beautiful, but the youngest was so beautiful that the Son sollte die doch so vieles gesehen hat. The Son which, oh yes, so much had seen. Seen had. Now I'm going to explain to you also, this is fun, about the German word order. That's something I need desperately to get that straightened out in my head. The Son which, yes, so much seen had, is directly, that's what you say in German. But I want to just put out gesehen. Well, in English, or stick to German, to see is sehen. If you say he sees, sieht, there we go, it's mutating. Yesterday he saw, sah, and he has gesehen, he has seen. Well, this ge is very, very commonly done in German when you get the past participle. You see that all over the place, but not always. Well, this mutates, but it does in English too. You think about it. To see, he sees. Yesterday he saw. He has seen. So actually in English it mutates, you know, you could probably say as much as it does in German. Gesehen. So there's the verb to see, which you need to learn that kind of a pattern. If you look it up in a dictionary, it will show you that it's going to do that. The Son itself wondered, and there's that past tense, wunderte. This would be a regular verb. So often, as often, she, the Son, to her, in the face shone. Schien. Well, there's the verb to shine. Well, in German it's scheinen, that means to shine. But then he shines, scheint. But this is in the past tense because this is telling a story. So the Son, so often as the Son shone. In English we would say shone. In German it's schien. Do you see it's mutating? And the past tense would be geschienen. In English we would say today I shine, or to shine. Today I shine, yesterday I shone, I have shone. Or is it shined? You see, in English, people make mistakes with this. Or at least they don't always get it in standard English. And the same happens in German, believe me. So here you see verbs mutating. And I'll point that out as it goes. That's one of those things that, in a way, it's charming about German, but it also makes it hard that words mutate a lot. They are what we would say in English irregular. I guess the one other thing I would do here is this word aber is so common. It's a coordinating conjunction, the word but. The other und is not in this sentence, but und is and these are so common. and they don't. They're easy enough. They don't change. They always stay the same. So those would be 2 words to learn very early. We'll see them often. All right. Well, there's still more to say about the grammar of this sentence. I'll probably leave it up there, but that ought to be enough for today. Let me say though that actually I think probably if you seriously want to learn your German grammar, the thing to do is memorize this sentence. And you have it elsewhere, word by word. Well, I'll give it to you just now. In the old times when the to wish still helped had, lived a king whose daughters were, I wrote that twice, were all beautiful. But the youngest was so beautiful that the son itself, so this doesn't mean ja, it's a little hard to explain what that does, but it's like saying yes. So much seen had, itself wondered, so oft she her in the face shone. Gotta love German. All right, well, we'll see you tomorrow. And I'm going to go on with the second video today because I'm still going on with the books related to the Decentralist Manifesto. So, see you tomorrow.